Tonight, we are waiting to find out when death row inmate Robert Robertson will testify before lawmakers in a bid to spare his life. He did not testify today at issue whether it should be virtual or in person before the State House committee that issued a subpoena for his testimony. And it was that subpoena which prompted the state Supreme Court to halt his execution at the last minute last week. It's a case we've been following for several years. CBS 19's Ayanna Air joins us on the emotional testimony from one of the jurors at the time the trial initially happened in 2003. Ayanna.
After the weekend court filing, one member of the jury that convicted Robertson in 2003 says if new medical evidence had been presented at the time of the trial, she would have found Robertson not guilty.
And I just, in good conscience, I could not live with myself thinking that I had a hand in putting an innocent man to death.
Terry Compton, a Palestine resident and one of 12 jurors in the 2003 Robert Roberson case, testified Monday. Robertson is sentenced to death after being found guilty of killing his infant daughter Nikki to what prosecutors believe shaken baby syndrome. Compton says during the trial, no medical history or evidence suggesting that the infant had been ill most of her life was presented to jurors. Nikki had an unidentified respiratory infection that was determined to be double pneumonia.
What I took it as being is that I thought she basically had the cold, running a high fever. I thought she was probably pretty sick, but nobody was ever figuring out what was wrong with her.
According to Compton, the defense attorney did not present to the jury other explanations for symptoms related to shaken baby syndrome, like swelling in the brain, retinal hemorrhaging, and subdural bleeding. She says they only deliberated on the fact that the child was shaken to death and that there was no evidence otherwise.
So that's what made it so, more or less, this is what it is, because he gave us no other options or any other type of options that we could have considered.
Evidence also found that Nikki's illness progressed over the span of 3 weeks, and doctors said that at the time of death, her lungs wouldn't have been capable of absorbing enough oxygen to maintain life. Compton said that if this information was presented,
I would have found him not guilty.
Compton says with the new developments, speaking up for who she believes is an innocent man is only right.
A very big discussion with my husband and with another friend of mine. And there would be times that I'd be talking about it with my husband that I would literally start crying about it.
Knowing what she knows now?
Do you believe Robert Roberson murdered his daughter, Nikki?
No.
How strongly do you feel about that?
100%.
Robert Roberson was supposed to testify in court today, but did not due to safety concerns. The Texas Attorney General's office also halted Robertson from testifying virtually. Texas law does require a judge to set a new execution date at least 90 days going forward. Right now, it's unclear when a new execution date could be set. Back to you.
Alrighty, Ayanna Air reporting. Thank you.